Everybody, Ralph Havens here, and I am in. So, if some of you know, I'm in a 42-hour meditation healing session right now. So there's 514 people on this call. So we're doing a lot of healing for ourselves and for our clients and for the world. And what I did Wednesday this week was put all of us that want to be in energetically into this session. So if you're on my email list, then you're included. And I'll tell you how you can get on that list and be part of this. What you might do is notice what you notice, what's different this week. And sometimes it might be like, oh my goodness, but some really bad stuff happened this week. Or it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. Some synchronous stuff is happening. That's interesting. Could it possibly be from 514 people doing deep healing meditation work for 42 hours straight? Could be. Lots of studies have shown, scientific studies have shown that when a big group of people get together and meditate, crime goes down and all sorts of stuff changes for people. They did that big study in Washington, D.C. many years ago, and really hot summer, and a big group of people got together and meditated, and crime went down. The police chief was very like, there's no way crime is going to go down. This is the hottest summer ever, and it went down. So we're doing a lot of stuff right now this week, and there's a pattern. I don't know how I'm going to tell you this, but it's like there's the story of what happened in your life, the story, like, here's the good stuff, here's the bad stuff. And, life happens, and then you feel stuff. And that was talked about in these sessions that we were doing today, or this week. And the problem, there's a thing with that. So sometimes it can drive a lot of action that works. So just a brief bit of what happened for me. The reason I don't procrastinate, and the reason I don't wait around till everything's perfect before I launch a product or make a video, the reason I don't do video editing is, and I just go one take, is because I don't procrastinate and I don't go into perfectionism. I just go do it. And it's funny, why is it that some people procrastinate and they know they got to do something and they don't? Or they just keep trying to make things perfect until they do something, but then they still don't do something. It's so funny, like do crazy stuff, like just like do stuff that doesn't matter instead of stuff that would help them or their family. Why is that? So what happened with me, I guess it was a miracle, but I have to still clear some stuff. It's the reason I don't like to move shit around. I hate moving shit around. And when I was growing up, in the later part of high school, we had moved into my grandparents' other house. They had 3 houses, and we were living for free because my stepdad had just ruined everything in life. And he was blaming everybody and burning through a ton of their cash that they gave him. And my weekend was spent sitting around waiting for him, because he would smoke a lot of cigarettes and he would drink a lot of coffee, and he had emphysema and he could barely move. And he kept complaining about everything and about everybody and all the things that we were supposed to do that day, yet we wouldn't do them. We would just sit on our effing asses. And I would sit in a room with him smoking and drinking coffee. And finally we would get to do stuff. So we had this big moving truck sitting in our driveway, and we had a garage full of a bunch of boxes. And the room I lived in was a little off. There was a living room, and then there was a dining room, and then one bedroom. And my parents slept in the living room in a pull-out bed and sofa bed. And I slept in the dining room that we never ate in. It was just full of a bunch of boxes. And my sister had the bedroom. And so there we were, with all these plans for the weekend. So I couldn't go out and play, couldn't do anything. I was terrified to do something, and that's a whole nother story. But then we would get out and start to do stuff. And it was, I remember one time we were fixing our car. The car was literally sitting in the grass. I mean, talk about a lack of abundance way of living. The car was sitting in the grass in the front lawn, and we were working on the car, and I was the one that was supposed to hand him the tools and stuff. And just getting yelled at, getting shamed. The whole neighborhood could hear it. And I remember my mom came out on the porch, and I was like so like distraught and just like frustrated and like trying to do a good job and just getting yelled at and shamed and just awful. And I looked at her. I remember looking at her like, save me, do something. And I don't know what she did, but she didn't do anything. And then she went back inside, and it just continued. And then we would move shit from the garage to the truck and then back from it was just a shit show. So pardon my French. And so as a result, I don't wait around. I don't wait around. I don't wait for things to be perfect. And I get stuff done. And so it worked for me on some levels. But there's a deep hurt in there, right? There's a deep hurt. So you don't need to always get things done or get through life or build a business or make a life because you're trying to fix the past. Although that seems to be what I was up to and still up to on a lot of levels. Because my mom had a PhD. She has a PhD in a healing art, and we had this big plan to do something in Del Rio, Texas, and it all failed. It all failed, and she didn't get to do that kind of life. And it's like anybody's looking in would go, oh, that's a sad way to end a life, man. And so maybe that's why I'm driven to like bring healing to the world. So it can be used for good, but that deep inner pain can get in the way. And instead of going into those stories, which you kind of like going through them, it's like cool to talk about them and, oh, woe is me, and look at what happened to me, and blah, 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 blah. Instead, there's a way to go inside and just clear that stuff out. Clear it out without process, without story, without fixing it, without making somebody wrong. There's a way to clear it. And what we're doing these last 2 days and 2 more days, today's a 12-hour day, we're clearing that stuff for ourselves, for our clients, and everybody that's with me one-on-one as a client. And for this week, everybody that's on my email list is with us. So energetically, we put a lot of people into this group and the whole world, actually, frankly. And so we'll see what we notice that's different over the week. So let me know, hit reply, comment, get on my email list. The best place is probably ralphhavens.com/crush imposter syndrome. ralphhavens.com/crush imposter syndrome. And I made that because so much of what we think we are isn't really what we are, and it can really limit us. So get on my email list there, ralphhavens.com/crush imposter syndrome, if you want to be included energetically with this healing that's going on this week. And notice what you notice, and send me an email when you get on my email list. Send me an email. Let me know what you would like to heal, and what you would like life to look like. And then let me know what you're noticing that's different this week. Some of it might be good, some of it might be not so good, but there's a way to use all of it for your good. So hope this helps. Please click like, share, all that kind of stuff so that other people know about this. And because it's a way to get a lot of healing this week. We got 2 more days to go. We got 12 hours today and 10 hours tomorrow. And let's get out there and heal yourself and heal the world. And let me know how it's going. All right, you guys.